Hi, Siddesh.
Hello,
Well,
Peram.
welcome to the program, the live session on the feedback session on the KnowHow webinars, on the Masterclasses, as well as some of the short webinars. I'm glad to have you here today. Thank you very much for joining me. How you been? Doing well?
Yes, I'm really fine. Doing well. What about
Okay.
you?
Oh, all good, all good. So every day is a new day. Every day is a learning day for us. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. And first of all, I want to thank you for joining the various programs of know-how webinars, masterclasses, and also short webinars. I'm hoping that you find it really useful, worthwhile for the time and the money you spend. Okay, so what is your feeling now? After I think you have a couple of programs already with us. Yeah.
Actually, two master classes, to be honest speaking, and lot of webinars, like Eminent webinars, personal webinars, and like yesterday, this Tech forum. So, attended a lot of, the training program organized by TechnoBiz. And today I'm feeling really confident. Since because, every webinars, I'm learning something new, which is completely new for us. Like for master classes on rubber compounding. Is actually a marathon course, more than 9 or 10 days, and more or less more than 150 Q&A questions and answers. This is a unique quality of TechnoBiz. And again, this is a master class conducted by Terry Chaplin. It's really super, and it's a unique program I ever attended. Even apart from this, like short webinars, like what TechnoBiz is doing, like Eminent personality webinars. So every webinars, I'm taking something new from out of them.
Sure. I just get to before going details. Can you please explain, what exactly your work now for the benefit of the audience to understand? How long you been working in the company? What kind of your job role? Yeah. Can you share some, light on this? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, first of all, thank you very much, Peram, for giving me this an opportunity to give some feedback about TechnoBiz and some master classes, webinars, and all those kind of sessions. So my name is Siddesh Hazare. Basically, I am mechanical engineer. I did my engineering in 2006. Uh, I am having total plus 15 years plus years of experience, especially in automotive segment, out of which 6 years of experience in rubber industry. Just 6 years before I joined Divekar, Wallstabe, and Schneider. Initially, I joined as a head quality assurance. Then, about 2 or 3 years, I work here as in a quality assurance department. Then management promoted me as a head manufacturing. So right now, I am responsible for entire operations. So this all from my side.
So how you've been six plus years in the rubber industry? What is like compared to the steel or other mechanical engineering products? So what's like? Yeah. Is that a
To be honest
different?
speaking, yes. To be honest speaking, rubber industry is really challenging. The rubber behaves like the season-wise rubber behaves. Sometimes rubber will behave something different in summer season, winter season, rainy season. So the metal is not like that. Yes, you can learn a lot of things in the rubber industry. Like metal is quite metal. It is heavy organized player, but in the rubber, it's not quite organized. So now, just because technologies, other things, now people are getting more and more knowledge, and hopefully now rubber industry is getting more professional and organized.
Rubber industry, rubber processing is always a combination of art, as we call it, a grandma cooking, plus science and also engineering. There's a components of three components always there.
Yes.
It's not just so it's not like computer programming, you can say, so it's always interesting in rubber processing. It's like cooking. Yeah,
Yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah, and so you, yeah, go on.
Yeah, as Dr. Samar Bandyopadhyay said rightly, it is a combination of chemical plus mechanical.
Yeah.
I still remember those words. It is a combination of chemical plus mechanical. So rubber industry, is the combination of chemical plus mechanical reaction actually.
Right. True. And so you currently, what's your responsibility as a head of the manufacturing?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
look
Right
after
now.
the whole plant, or what's like? Yeah.
Yeah. Like right now, I'm responsible for production, quality assurance, and obviously sales. And I am now reporting to Chief Operating Officer, and he is actually planted. And yes, he is my immediate boss. So I'm basically responsible for operations.
Mhm. And what the company product line in there? What kind of products you guys produce?
Yeah, actually, yes, Divekar Wallstabe Schneider is actually Indo-German joint venture.
Yeah.
Okay, and we are into manufacturing of rubber parts like rubber seals, rubber O-ring, rubber gaskets, all kind of rubber parts we are manufacturing over here.
Hmm. That's good. That's good. So you got an Indian, as you know, Germans are always precision, perfect.
Yes, yes,
So there's all, it's a lot, it should be very good experience for you for last 6+ years, with the,
yes, yes. A lot of new technology, new advancement, all yes.
right, right. And so let's talk about some of the topics you joined. Okay, you joined the masterclass on the rubber compounding for non-type product, which is like a 10 days. I know that sometimes you joined a bit late also, and you managed it. So I'm always wondering, whether head becomes, so much information for 10 days. What's like? Of course, you have some break in between, right, after each
Yes,
session,
yes.
so that you get some screen break or, a little bio break. So what was overview about that content of that program, what you gained out of it?
Yes, actually, this masterclass on rubber compounding for non-tire, it was really a vast course actually. Like content of this, is more or less related to, your industry specific. It was not like, it is like related to academic. It is like more or less related to your industry specific. Like, the types of pillar, what are the types of pillar, like carbon, what are their types, how they should be used, like organic, inorganic, compounds. Like, it's a really vast course, and it was organized in a very effective way actually, because what expertise with TechnoBiz, they are really superb actually. And at day one, I thought whether I will complete or not, because it's like a thought like a compounding is not my area, because I'm like since I am from mechanical industry, so I am more confident on like process like moldings and other areas. Compounding is a bit new. That time was new for me, but when I involved into this course, then I thought yes, mechanical engineer can do also chemistry, can do a chemical reaction like this. So just because of expertise you are having. So yes, overall this course content, it was really good, and I would like to appreciate because it is really actually industry specific. That is more important, because courses having so many courses, but those are related to academic. It is more practical, because what we learn there, we can see them practically in real life, real industry. So this is the uniqueness of this course.
Yeah, and then also the advantage of this masterclass is that you have a group of experts with actual long experience that makes it like they're speaking the issues that you guys are experiencing it, and also I think a lot of case studies, right? That
Yes, yes.
Each one molded rubber to metal bonded, a conveyor belt, very extruded products. So kind of we try to cover, but still there is a lot to scope for improvement. Any suggestions from your side in that subject? What else is missing, so that we will, for the next edition, we will make it a better. Any suggestion for you from you?
Oh, overall, I say yes. A program was really, really good, and it's a very good learning from them. But yes, I would like to add a few things into this course, like synchronization from compounding to process in an analytical way. That I would like to see actually maybe in the next session. So yes, only one thing I could see, it was quite missing. Else, otherwise, the course was really exhaustive. It's not like only for 4 days or 5 days. Even most of the time I called today, you have to manage my session in the evening or night time, and you manage that, and I also manage that sometimes in the night and all those. Yes, but yes, that's why I again say that it was actually marathon course under our compounding marathon course.
Yeah, it's because the content is still, we still wanted to add more issues, because at the end of the day, people ask, oh, parents, the time is not enough. Okay, there's
Correct.
always, even the 10 days what we put together, there is a lot we can add later on also, but it's a time is a problem. Nobody has a time to sit for 10 days. We are working on weekend programs also, so that you can choose Saturdays and Sunday options. It depends on the companies, whether the company wants, okay, you guys just focus on this 10 days, go there and learn, come back with ideas. That's all. Or
Yes.
or you just after you take your working days, keep is working, weekends you learn, okay, and like that, so that's what it is. And you joined compression molding as well, compression rubber molding. So what's your opinion on compression molding?
Compression molding, yes, because this session was conducted by Terry Chapin, and Terry
Yes,
Chapin is actually he is a hub of knowledge.
sure.
Lots of things he knows. What I earlier things that I am a process expert. I know each and everything about my molding process. Okay, compression molding. But when I joined this course, then I actually opened my eyes. This is actually a very vast area. Still, honestly speaking, still a lot of people think that molding is only giving the pressure, the heat, and that's all. But it does not like that. When I joined this course, then I really opened my eyes. This is really really vast area. A lot of things are there to understand. Then only you can improve your process actually. So yes, overall, this course was really 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 superb and wonderful.
And how about the cost? You also joined one of the short webinar on the cost estimating for that is actually one of the unique program of TechnoBiz. Usually, yeah, we cover on the technical issues, process issues. This subject is about estimating the cost. That is, I think that's when I asked Terry to put together. I found it very unique, and I don't think anybody else is offering the same subject, which I'm proud about it. Okay, and so what was your experience with that cost estimating for the rubber molded parts?
Yeah, yes. Honest speaking, before this joining this course, this cost estimation, I was not fully aware about how to do a costing. But when I joined this course, then I understand each and every content of the costing to be considered. Because Terry Jabin, as I said, he is a hub of knowledge. So he cleared each and everything in a very systematic way. What things to be considered while doing the costing. Costing is not like costing will be done sitting on the table. He clearly said that you should know each and everything, and everything should be known. Then only you can do the costing. So he clarified so many technical things, like what needs to be considered in the costing, like what are the burden rates, what is machine hour rate, how to calculate them. So a lot of new learning for me that time. And yeah, one thing I would like to share with you. After this session, then I called to my technical director actually. Sir, now I can do my costing independently.
Super.
He said, yes,
Yes,
come, come. We'll do
yeah.
join with this costing.
So you get more responsibilities now, yeah.
Yes,
For
yes.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is, and also the calculator also very good tool what he provided
Yeah,
as
yeah.
part of the program, So please make good use of it, okay? And so that would be nice, So, and you also join a number of other programs of not know-how webinar, but also in the Eminent personality webinars or the in technology forums, technical webinars. So I'm sure that you have some good, there are different functions. Like know-how webinar is all about knowledge based, with experts. And technology webinar is all about what is the current trends, new technologies. And Eminent, I think you know very well that I think one of the, for me, among all things what we are doing, that is a special segment of it, Eminent Personality Webinar. Like today we have with one Sri Lankan, the professional, with 50 years in the rubber industry. And so what's your opinion those areas, other than KnowHow Webinar?
Yes, yes. When I first joined as Eminent Personal Webinar, I thought it could be like a journey only, journey of a rubber professional. When I joined the first webinar, then I actually really understood it is not only this webinar, but a lot of new things you can learn being a professional person. Because since we are in rubber industry, now we are knowing that how they started their career, what are challenges they face, particularly in their era, and how they overcome on them, and how they got a success. Because a lot of these webinars, I come to know that how we can tackle, how we can resolve the issues, how we can tackle the situations. So a lot of new things, even from Eminent personally also, every webinars, I'm able to learn at least 5 to 10 new ideas, new learnings. So I am listed them and starting implementing in our area actually.
Oh, super. So you have whatever the learnings you learn from this first is KnowHow Webinars. So you have implemented. Can you talk about a little more about what did you do? Whether your bosses or management, what kind of reaction you got out of this implementation? Can you share some thought?
Surely. Even I would like to address all what I implemented over here after this attending training sessions. First of all, like even I would like to give some examples also. Okay.
Sure. Go ahead. Yeah.
So as I told you, like since I'm a mechanical engineer, and then first I joined compounding course. This is a master class. Okay. Basically, then actually in that particular 10 days, actually I was able to learn the basics of compounding. Even the uniqueness of like the troubleshooting in the compounding. This masterclass topic was covered. So after completion this, then I joined to a company, and I told to my chief operating officer, CEO, and our technical director, yes sir, I completed my master class in this compounding. So then they asked me, okay, so what have you learned? Now you implement them. Yes sir, now I'm ready for the implementation. So one example I would like to give you, because it's a really good course actually. One day, my process expert who works on the line, they were facing some issues related to compounding. Okay, like parts sticking to mold plates, and this part was just newly introduced in our company. Okay, and the rejection was some around 8 to 9% just because of sticking and other issues. The team was not able to resolve it. Then my process expert approached me, sir, we are having this kind of issue. So now you just complete your course. So could you please give your input on this? Then I just reviewed our recipe and what could be done into this. Then I approached to my technical director. Yes, sir. I visited to Gemba and I observed parts are sticking to more plates. I reviewed our entire recipe with your permission only. Then he said me, what's your opinion on this? How we can resolve it? Then I said, yes, sir. You just have to add on to one page or processor into this. Our problem will get resolved. To be honest speaking, our management is very open, and they always give the liberty. They always give the liberty for work. Then he said, yes, you please go ahead for one kg or 2 kg batch. Then show me the result. Okay. Then we prepared a batch of 5 kg. Okay. And after this, then we conduct trial after modification the recipe. Then we saw a drastic improvement on rejection. Like initial rejection was 8%. After doing something, fine tuning the recipe, the rejection was drastically down to only below 4%. So then I then I approached to my technical sir. Now after this modification, yes, now this was before and this is now existing. So rejection below 4%. He was really happy after. Yes, Siddesh now is giving the inputs of compounding side. He is actual process expert, but now he's giving the input of compounding side. Then he says, now you tell me what you learn in the compound this course. Then I said, I learned this, I learned this. Now I know these pillars, I know this compound formulation, I know how to calculate a compound cost. Then you just what do you learn? Now you please implement them. We will give you full liberty. for the implementation.
Wow.
So it was really good actually.
So the company really benefited out of your your participation, yeah. So you
Yes.
saved a lot of money for that. That's nice, man. You made my day today. Thank you. Yeah.
And one more thing I would like to share, like initially, since I'm processor, so people, they always face the issues on the shop floor. Since I am a head manufacturing now, I used to take a morning meeting about at 9:30 a.m. So my colleagues used to join them. So now, what are the issues they are? They are openly telling me in this meeting, sir, we are facing this issue. Could you please give your input? Sir, we are facing this issue. Could you please give your input? Just because of after grasping the knowledge, so you always give, you are in that situation. We can give this kind of input to improve our process.
Oh, yeah, that's good. So, well, you make more friends as well. Yeah, they are taking you look up to you now. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
in the you also molding side. You also joined the molding. Yeah, so compression molding. Yeah.
Yeah, here also I would like to give some examples of implementation.
Sure.
Before join to this masterclass on compression molding was conducted by Terry Chevin. Okay. To be honest speaking, I was a bit confused whether I should join this course or not, because already what I was thinking, I'm already expert in the molding. I know molding actually. So what I will get from this course? But then I asked you, Karan, you please send me the content of this course, and then you send all these details. Then I thought, yes, okay, let's try this here. Actually, something will learn something new things. Maybe may or may not be, but just try this. After seeing content also, and then when we start, when I actually attended this course in the module 1, then I come to know that no, still long way to go. With the module 1 also. Module 1, when career journey started, then I come to yes, I have to attend eight modules. With
Right.
one module, I come to understand long way to go. Then yeah, now coming to like implementation, yes, like initially we were used to do a compression molding using actually like bumping, gap bumping. Okay. During this training, the new concept what I learned, like a pulse filling. What I learned, actually initially I thought it is very useful in the injection molding also, but in this course I come to, because there was a detailed module, I guess module 5, or module 6, which talks about pulse filling. So I grasp each and everything related to pulse filling. When I joined after the course, then I approached to my management. Sir, I would like to implement pulse filling. He said, what pulse filling? But in our machine, I think they said that we are not having provision. No, sir, we have provision. We have to we have to implement this concept. Then they said, what would be the budget for this? But as what we will do, we will implement for one station. If you feel that it is beneficial, then we will go for horizontal implement to all the stations. And then I called one supplier, outside supplier, and then we actually then reviewed the machine in detailed way. Then we found that we are already having this provision in our machine. Okay. Then we successfully implemented this program in our machine. Okay. Then we actually started using them in one station. And one very good example I would like to share with you. Then I asked one of my process expert. His name is, like, I would like to share even his name, John Bhai. Okay, he's our process expert in our area. Okay, then I asked him, John Bhai, which are the parts you are facing the issues? He said, sir, like for this part, we are having molding issues, this issue, this issue. Then I said, okay, now we implemented one new session. You must be aware about this. You please take trial on this. Then John Bhai conducted trial. Okay, by using pulse filling. John Bhai is having more than 30 years of experience. Okay, in this field. Okay, and then actually he started using this concept, and then after taking trial, then he told me that, sir, we are seeing a drastic improvement in the molding. What you did in this molding?
Yeah.
So yeah, then he also given this feedback to our management. Sir, like Siddhesh sir has already given already this first filling implemented. Now I want this to be implemented for all the stations, because we are seeing a drastic improvement by using this. We want this immediate. Then management also, what I earlier said, our management is very open, and they always gives a liberty. for the implementation. Like that's why we are growing company. And then immediately management approved our budget, and we started now implementing for all the stations. So it was really it's kind of breakthrough. Just because of I attend this course, I acquire the knowledge, and what I learn, I implement in our plant. So it's really breakthrough for our company actually.
Super. And the pulse filling technique, I think many people who learn through our TechnoBiz program, they really have similar comments, and they really benefited. By Terry and Van Volvo, they promote this technique, very useful technique. I'm really glad to hear this. You are helping your colleagues to do their job better from this. So that makes it I think it's really good for the company as well for them. So that's nice, man. That's nice. Yeah. So now your management is quite appreciative of your efforts, I guess, is it?
To be honest speaking, they are giving me more and more responsibilities nowadays. Now I will take to take the more and more responsibilities. Like initially I was this only for molding. Now I am involved in compounding, mixing, because now I am having knowledge about intermix, open mill, calendaring, extrusion. So now they are giving me more and more responsibilities. Even like molding in case of initials. Yeah, so just give your inputs. What we can be done here and there, like now everything nowadays I'm getting involved. So just because of whatever I learned from TechnoBiz, now I have started implementing in our areas.
Super, super. And do you after you learning, do you do like of course you are working with a problem to problem basis based on what are the problems learning or some new concept you're trying to implement. How do you how you are doing with educating your own team? Because at the end of the day, you cannot do all things by yourself, right? You need to empower your team. Okay, what are your learnings? You pass on to them. Maybe in bit by bit basis, whatever it is. Yeah. So how you are doing? The top sort capacity building. Yeah. So
yes. It's a really good question. Bit difficult to answer, but yes. To be honest speaking, whatever I actually like attend a master class on compounding, master class of compression molding, cost estimations, and then like a lot of webinars, Eminent personal webinars. So to be honest speaking, since I guess last 4 to 5 months, I am in regular touch with you, with the TechnoBiz, I mean. Okay. So out of which, like right now I'm having more than 500 ideas. You are speaking. From which I'm listing down. Yes, these things are missing in our company, but we can implement them. Yes. So right now I'm having more than 500 ideas just because of TechnoBiz. And okay, so coming to your point, like so implementation. Yes, we cannot do all activities in a one day, because require some kind of R&D, research, and all those things. Concepts are there, ideas are there. So actually I prepared a list of activities which are priority wise. I listed down the private activities, and with the timeline we put the target dates when it can be accomplished based on the severity and priorities, and considering the budget also, financial budget. So yes, as I told you, now also we have very good young team in our company. So I am giving them a knowledge. So like pulse filling, like trials doing by my process expert. Like one thing, like one more good example I would like to share with you, like how to check the uniform pressure distribution. What I learned in this course, cantilever pressure distribution from the RAM and my two engineers are right now working on this. So already we successfully conducted trial on this by using this two layers of paper in between carbon, so you can easily check the pressure distribution.
Yes.
There are so many new learning. My young team is working on this project. So already we complete this, and again now we prepared a detailed action plan. So and our target is that our post station, like my post station should be in at a global level, because now my management is very confident on me. Whatever I learned, this is very authentic. So now they got that kind of confidence. So already for post station we will bring our this post station at global level. Applying all these best practices like this.
It's very important that I think it's very glad to know what you're doing. And then after my program, I see that there is a lot of influence on the TechnoBiz programs, which I feel
Yeah,
as an organizer, as a company, and I'm very happy to know about it. At the same time, that you need to help the company to grow to the next level, as working,
yeah,
and so pass on the knowledge among your team and build the team so that the company become more innovative, and they put more resources on other things, so at the end of the day, you minimize the wastage, you minimize the losses, so making a profits for a company is, one important aspect is cutting down defects, cutting down, the downtimes and all kinds of those aspects, so that and this way what we're looking at is that these programs, what we're offering as KnowHow TechnoBiz is KnowHow Webinars, basically how we can empower you, okay, to help the company to grow further and further, and, so yeah. So you heard of this executive diploma 360 degrees, right? Okay, and
yes,
this
yes,
is as I was mentioning, of course, we are launching this in next year in 2022. It will be like a 3-month program. Now you're talking only 10 days. You said it's a marathon, and now I
yes,
don't know
yes.
what you call it now. It's going to be a 3-month long program. Okay, so what is, I think you know the concepts of it. What kind of feeling you have about it? Do you have any comments on it? Yeah.
Yeah, surely. Like as you mentioned, like with 10 days or like master classes, now concepts are very much clear. Okay. I think yesterday you told about this 360 in the India forum. Okay. India Rubber Forum. I listened them very properly. So it is really I hope it is a really comprehensive course. Who are working in the rubber industries, who want to become a global level expert, not a rubber expert. I would say global level. If you want to become a global level rubber expert, then we need to join this course. And I am really desperately waiting for this course. Obviously, I will register to this course, and then I can accomplish my dream to become global level rubber expert soon.
So I'm hoping that your management accepts your request, and support you. Of course, it will be a little expensive, but time is an essence, because 3 months is going to be, of course, many people have question marks about the length of the program. But if you want to learn completely, you need to have a time, okay? And if you spread around many days, many long, as you know, people forget things very fast, okay? That's why we have these exams, you see, you join this TechnoBiz knowledge test. Okay, what's like, you've been through, you feel bad about it, man, not only training, these guys also have exam too, huh? Yeah, what's your experience? Yeah.
Still, I remember my score actually. In compounding, I achieved some around 70%, and master compression molding, this I achieved about 86%. So initially, I thought, why there is actually a test required? Actually, it is not like we are like a student. But when I going through each and every questions, it is not only question; it is learning for you actually. What we learn in this course actually is directly reflecting in your test actually. So it is more than 100 questions. So it is obviously it is a short learning for all of us actually.
It's our idea about knowledge test is not to test your memory, how much you remember it, but when you go for the test, there is a question connecting you to reinforce the subject, or kind of recapping it. Okay, oh yeah,
Correct.
where to look for it. You can also we can be open book, but my time is short, right? But you have to manage it. Okay, so
Correct. Correct.
it's objective is about the knowledge test is to reinforce the subject so that your knowledge stays at your fingertips for the long time. Okay, so hey Siddesh, I'm really glad that we had this chat today, and really, I found that what we are doing you guys are benefiting personally, you and for your work, and also that you are also not only helping your own work, but you're helping your colleagues and your team work, which makes us really for as an organizer, as the program organizer, I find, yeah, man, that's it's good. It's good. Yeah. So any other suggestions you have, anything that we should be considering in the future, any additional, I think most of the activities what we are doing as a know-how. Yeah, so any suggestions you have, any other suggestions?
Yes, TechnoBiz is already having 150 rubber topics. So
200
it's
200 now.
200 now.
Yeah, it will grow. I think we are targeting by the time, if you the executive diploma, actually part of the executive diploma is you may have to go through the close to 250 topics, not only the other speeches, but other time, but 250 plus topics on non-tire and tire separately, so there's a lot to learn there. Yeah. So
yes.
Go on.
But yes, I would like to add a few more topics. This way you are having more than 200. Maybe you may add reduction, cost reduction actually related to rubber industries. Maybe a webinar, or maybe like a master class, because rubber industry should know where are the lacunas in their system. So what are the best practices other industries following, how we can reduce our cost. So I am really keen on this area actually, because every management is very keen about to reduce their waste actually. So maybe you can add this, or one more topic I would like to add, maybe master's certification, maybe like on the cryogenic depleting, because is the technique in India, we are using them, but still we need to have in-depth knowledge about this process. What other companies are following, all those things, you can also add them. And also one more thing, compression molding, you have already covered full design and development. I think module 2 and module 3 talk about this. And but yes, in rubber industry, compounding is one of the a hard. Apart from this, tooling is also hard for rubber industry. So you may also add like a master's class, or maybe you may add you can add 360 degree diploma in this tool design and development. So these are the inputs from my side.
Okay, so thank you. I do agree with some of the points that cost reduction, this is one thing we may not, because cost reduction subdivision is very, very process specific and industry specific. And so we have this, I think I'm not sure you have heard this one. We are going to have a contest, best practice contest, which is basically one of the activity we plan to do next year. Basically, we will be inviting various people like you to come up with ideas, what opportunities. Yeah, so there is a reward for it. Okay, we'll be announcing in detail soon, and where individually it's like a cricket league type. You have points, every month you need to make a presentation on the there will be teamworks, okay, various teams to work together. Every month you need to make a presentation. Basically the objective is best practices, and you can choose a process, you can choose a section of the rubber industry, and come up with an ideas, and the judges will make a points whether it is a feasible idea, workable idea, and they give the points, and at the end of the 10 sessions, and who gets highest score, they receive an award. But the objective is a process. We build the teams, and with the advisor, just like coach type for English, Premier, IPL is it? IPL is it cricket league? You have a coach, yeah. So there will be training. So these groups will be trained, what areas to be, So like this, every month we will have one day, all the groups come together and make a presentation on the, best practice, which is a best practice always about cost reduction, process optimization, and efficiency, productivity. All these, those words we use, but at the end of the day, saving, make more money, and quality product. There are two things, quality and cost effective. These two. If you do this, so those program is there. Deflashing, actually, many of people ask it, and we will be working with one expert soon. Okay, he also wrote a book on the deflashing. He'll be is available sooner or later, and so we'll be having the program. Yeah. Hey Sudesh, thank you very much. I know it's really nice to have a conversation. This is one thing I want to start now onwards, to get not only you guys pay the money and you listen to something, what is missing, what you gained, and how we can improve the programs. That's all about it. So I'm hoping that you will be able to recommend these programs to your friends, not only your company, or anybody that you know in the rubber industry, because we want to do the good work. Yeah. So any final remarks? Or good with it? Yeah. Do you have any final remarks? Anything? Do you want to end up the program?
One final remark I would like to add. Just because of TechnoBiz, now I am getting, I got a very good confidence in rubber industry, and just because of after gaining knowledge, now I am able, I am able to perform actually. I got a very high level of confidence. Yeah, now as I said earlier, now I am having more than 500 ideas just because of you people. Okay, so obviously hope to implement them. And yeah, looking forward to join more and more courses with TechnoBiz.
Thank you very much, Sudesh. Keep doing good work. Okay, this is very important for you and for us personally, and as well as the company wise. And so let's continue the journey together, and I'll keep you updated. Yes. Okay, yeah. Okay, cheers, man. Thanks a lot. Okay, we talk again.
Thank you very much.
Yeah? Thank you. Cheers. Bye bye. Yeah.
Bye bye.